Hello boys, what's going on? It's Casper HD here and welcome to another player review. This time it's our first Futmas player review that I feel is worth doing. I'm going to go through everything with this card, what I feel good, what I think is good about it, what I think is bad about it, and whether or not I think you should do it. If you're not subscribed, boys, please subscribe. Hit the notifications as well so you know exactly when these reviews are coming out. It will help me out massively and I'd massively appreciate it as well. So yeah, Zakaria is the first Futmas card that I've done this year. He's the first one that's enticed me to do him, basically because he looks like a cheap Kante. Looking at his stats then, he's got 87 strength, 92 aggression, stand tackle's fantastic, slide tackle fantastic, marking absolutely brilliant. His heading doesn't look great and his jumping for a big centre midfielder or CDM. That's not really what you want if you've got people who've got Ronaldo, that sort of thing. His short passing and long passing look absolutely fantastic. Sprint speed at 90, which I couldn't really believe. So yeah, we'll get into the clips and I'll start going through the positives and negatives that I feel that are in this card. As far as I'm aware, this card was about 25k to do on PlayStation and Xbox for his SBC, 83 rated squad. It's not expensive. It's very cheap to do. So in my opinion, I feel value for money with this card. If you're going to use him as a super sub, value for money is definitely there. We'll go through the positives then. So the positives, this guy has got medium work rates. I put him in the centered defensive mid in a 4-1-2-1-2. Second variation, the narrow, and stuck him on stay back while attacking, and that is exactly what he did. He may have medium, but he didn't get forward at all. Even when I'm using the LB pass to make the run forward, he was still, he basically was like, no, I ain't moving. I'm staying where I've been told to stay, and that is where he'll sit. He'll just sit there and sweep up. His aggression means he's fantastic at just shoving people off the ball. It was very hard to get clips. We played 5 games with him. 0 goals, 0 assists, which you expect from your CDM anyway. And he just swept up all the bad passes or bad touches by their players, and you just knock them off the ball, take it off them, happy days, and start a counter attack. His height is huge in respect to his aggression and strength. Just makes him an absolute unit in that CDM role. Yeah. So and he's, in my opinion, if you wanted to sell your Kante and go for Zakaria, I can't tell you, you wouldn't feel too much of a difference. Maybe his agility lets him down slightly when it comes to his speed, but he can get up to a 95 sprint speed if you do have an engine chem style on him, and then 77 agility. So yeah, strength and aggression absolutely fantastic. He's cheap to do. He's 25k. If you're rocking that Player of the Month Royce or previous Player of the Month Royce, Player of the Month Sancho in your squad, and you're looking for a Bundesliga centre mid CDM, do him. 100% worth it in my opinion. So we'll move on to negatives anyway. His balance lets him down a bit. So he's got 90 ball control with an engine chem style, so 85 normally. So his ball control is brilliant, but sometimes if he does slightly miscontrol it, he will almost stumble. It doesn't happen too often, but it can happen, and when it does happen, it's normally quite frustrating. His jumping, he's not going to win you any of those headers in the middle of the park. He didn't for me anyway in the 5 games we played with him. He's not going to out-jump the likes of Ronaldo, out-jump the likes of Fellaini and Pogba in the middle of the park. So don't expect your Zakaria to be doing that if you are planning on doing this card. His finishing, we didn't have many chances with him, but 60 finishing, 54 long shots, 30 volleys and 41 penalties. Do not shoot with this guy. Play the short passes, play the simple passes, play the long passes if you need to, and you'll be just fine with him. He's absolutely fantastic at doing a centre defensive mid role and nothing more than that. You cannot push this guy to cam, you cannot push this guy to centre midfield. In my opinion, stick him in CDM, stick him on stay back while attacking, and he will do an absolutely perfect job there. Another negative for me, poor nation. So if he was German, you get him on 10 chem, you're going to have to kind of isolate him in the midfield and maybe move him in game, unless you're rocking Bundesliga centre backs. So yeah, that's another negative for me. You're going to have to either start him off chem or isolate him in the formation and then move him at the start of the game. So I'd rate this card a 7 out of 10. Value for money is absolutely fantastic. The player card himself was absolutely brilliant. I did enjoy using him, and he did the job that I asked him to do. 25k, can't complain at that really. That's the first card that I've done. It's the only reason I've done it is because of how cheap he is, how much of a beast he looks, and he didn't disappoint. Didn't disappoint at all. So yeah, if you're rocking a Bundesliga team, boys, if you've got Player of the Month Royce, etc., that we've just gone through, even if you've got icons and you're just looking for a centre defensive mid super sub for the 70th minute onwards, 60, 70 minutes in, he's going to come on, he's going to do you a job, he's going to secure you that win that you need to in Foot Champs. So yeah, do him. 100% I recommend doing him, even if you're only going to use him as a super sub. Yeah, if you're not subscribed, boys, I'd appreciate, like I said at the start of the video, if you dropped a subscription to me. A like on the video would be massively appreciated as well. And if you do enjoy, drop me a thumbs up, and I will catch you next time, boys. See ya!